Hi everyone, welcome to Ponderings of the Priest. This week what I'd like to ponder together is our awareness of our blessings. How aware are we of our many, many, many blessings? And I'm not just talking about material blessings, that is part of it, but it's so much more than that. The blessings of our friends, of our family, of our children, of our grandchildren, of our church, of St. Matthias. What an incredibly blessed place that is. Of our jobs, even when we're unhappy sometimes in our jobs. Just, there are so many blessings. And are we aware of how vast and numerous they are? What helps us to be aware of them? What hinders us from being aware of them? Those are some things for us to ponder. What hinders us from being aware of our blessings is a sense of general discontent. Things are never good enough. Things are never enough. There's always something missing. There's always something wrong. There's a sense of irritability within ourselves towards others, towards situations, toward, simple things like towards traffic, towards the people who get in the wrong grocery store line, that we're just sort of irritable. And the slightest thing can set us off and cause us to be rude and disrespectful to others. Fear. Fear keeps us from a sense of awareness of our blessings. We're afraid we're going to lose something. We're afraid we're not going to get something. We're afraid something's going to happen. And the thing about these fears is that they're all pretty nebulous. They don't have any real definition. Fear in and of itself is a survival mechanism that we have within ourselves. But something in our psyches and in our psychology causes us to create fears that are irrational and that just simply don't exist. 90% of the things I've ever been afraid of never happened in the first place. So, and then we have the other thing that sort of takes away from an awareness of our blessings is mistrust of others. What do you want? Why are you doing that? Who is that? Do I know you? And we don't trust other people. And we create this abyss, really, of them and us. So I'll trust my tribe, but anybody different from me, anybody who maybe thinks differently than I do, or is just different from me, I'm not going to trust you. And even people within our tribe, we don't trust sometimes. And so all of these things keep us from a sense of an awareness of our blessings in this life. So what can help us be aware of our blessings? The first thing is gratitude, of giving thanks to God for all things, from the sun shining today or the rain, particularly when it's been dry and the earth and the plants and the animals need rain. Gratitude for everything. St. Paul tells us to give thanks in all things, good and what we perceive to be bad, but that's our perception that it's bad. So gratitude, kindness, just be kind. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. Just be kind. And it's that old saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all until you can at least be civil and respectful. Kindness. Trust. Trust in others. Trust in God. And really trust that God has a plan. Even when apparently bad things are happening in my life, difficult things, challenging things, fearful things, to trust that there is a plan. There is a greater plan for my good. And it may not seem that way in the moment, but just to start to have that trust. It's Proverbs 3. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In other words, I can never know the mind of God or what God has in store for me. And my understanding is completely inadequate. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your path straight. All of this requires humility. For me to be grateful, for me to be kind, for me to trust means that I am humble enough to not get lost in myself, to not be self-centered and self-seeking, and to have a sense of humility in the ways that I approach life. So here's the real difference between being aware of our blessings and always having that discontent and irritability and nothing ever being good enough. When nothing's ever good enough and I'm discontent and I'm irritable and I'm fearful and I don't trust others, what I've decided is that God is nothing and that I'm on my own, that I have to make all this happen. And God may be up there somewhere. I may believe that God loves me, but I still think that I'm on my own and I got to solve all this. When I'm in a place of gratitude and kindness and trust and humility, what I believe is that God is everything. God is everything, and that if I lean on God and I lean into God and I trust in God with all my heart, that I'm never alone. I am never alone. Even when other people aren't around me, I'm never alone because God's got me. We hear in the Psalter, He's got us right here in the palm of our hands. So all of this is to say for us to have a sense of blessing and awareness and something to ponder for the week, everyone. Have a nice day.